ImScola one is very funny commentator. I was even watching his commentaries while writing the script of this video. So it's pretty ironic how every one of his commentary titles ends in "is not funny." Also, another plus is that he has a lot of variety with his commentary avatars. He even takes requests for commentary. Lastly, his intro and outro music is saying "think happy thoughts," probably because of how bad the videos he commentates on are. Yeah, that's probably it. Either that, or he just likes that song. I don't know. You tell me.
E-meters are very convenient to have, but sometimes the battery dies, which means you have to resort back to good old books. I mean, sure, you can charge the battery and all, but remotes are really spiffy inventions, but sometimes you lose them. So in order to turn your TV off, you have to walk all the way to the TV, look for the off button, turn it off, and walk all the way back to your bed. And boy, are you tired. Cups are really spiffy-diffy inventions, but sometimes you spill on your shirt, so sometimes you have to wear a bib. Petroleum jelly is
Peanut3423, aka the Autarky Flame, is the king of countdowns. His countdowns have a quality standard to them that sets him apart from other countdown makers. My personal favorites of his countdowns are top 15 greatest final battles, top 15 worst Pokemon, and his collabs with Scorcher, which were top 15 most hated characters and top 10 saddest moments in video games. Yeah, I know they also made top 15 most disturbing bosses in video games, but that countdown was a bit too disturbing for me. But also he also runs his own website called the Chaos Theater. He even made 2 games. One is called So You Think You're Good at Video Games, which is very similar to I Wanna Be the Guy in the sense of its extreme difficulty and how the difficulty levels don't change the difficulty, just the amount of save points. And the other is Forum Fantasy, a Final Fantasy-inspired RPG based off the Chaos Theater, his own website, and like members of the Chaos Theater are bosses. But probably the best part about how the Autarky Flame is the very deep message he presents. It's the fact that video games are more than just a program on a screen. They're an art form that's more impacting than sculpting, literature, and music combined. And yes, that should sound familiar. But that doesn't make him my favorite countdown maker, now does it? Remember that Scorcher guy I mentioned earlier? He's number 5 on this list. Scorcher is another countdown maker. He also has his world-famous outro that is ripped off by many. Besides his countdowns, he has a ton of variety of other things he does. Unscripted, let's plays, comparisons, and even a commentary. Also, he's pretty respectable. Even after his commentary on Master of Foxes, he got mad at his fans for trolling her even though she was a complete jerk to him in the first place. Oh, and by the way, I wouldn't mess with this guy because I'm 90% sure that he's a Marine. Fiery Joker rants Super Mario 64 versus Banjo-Kazooie versus Donkey Kong 64 versus Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, I know lots of verses. Is my favorite video on YouTube. My favorite of his countdowns are top 10 things he hates in video games and top 9 Team Fortress 2 classes and top 10 co-op games. Goodbye. Remember when I said that JonTron and another YouTuber created normalboots.com? That other YouTuber is number 4. Peanut Butter Gamer has a total of 4 series. The first series is the PBG show. It's basically when he talks about a particular game. The second series is To Kill an Avatar, which is basically just like showing ways to kill innocent video game characters such as say, ruining stuff in like rigging the rides in Roller Coaster Tycoon, or pointing out how violent Mario Party is. Third series is Peanut Butter Gamer Top 10. Self-explanatory. His top 10s are good, but not great. And then the last series is the G Files. It basically discusses weird things in video games and like goes over like a weird topic in video games, and it goes over certain ones. It's basically Underbelly, but with one person. And I also like how PBG tends to over-examine things.
First time you see Tingle in Wind Waker, he's in jail. And keep in mind, this is a universe in which it's socially acceptable to go into people's houses uninvited, break all their pots, steal their money, and open their treasure chest. So he must have done something really terrible. Once you let him out, you can go into his cell where you find a secret passageway that leads to a place where you can find a camera and a treasure chest. You also find 2 blocks which Tingle has carved into. He says that he stole the camera and refused to give it back, so he hid it here. He also insinuates that he carved this secret area out and plans to continue in order to escape. Alright, so he stole a camera, but what are all these skulls for? If Tingle dug this place out, that means he's the first and only person other than me to be here. Could Tingle be a mass murderer? Are these skulls all that's left from his victims? Surely not. Like his father said, he's kind-hearted, right? Well, apparently not. You go to his island and you discover that he's forcing his little brother Ankle and David Jr., who despite being unrelated to Tingle looks exactly like him, to spin his tower around 24/7, and he never once helps them. And if you talk to Ankle, he tells you that his brother is happy when you use the Tingle tuner to call him, and when you do, he is nice to us. So nice. Okay, Tingle's a murderer. I'm officially convinced. Even his little brother is scared to death of him.
Overall, PBG is a great YouTuber. Logan is a beast. I know he calls himself that in a bunch of his videos, but he still is. He has a total of 4 channels. Super Peach Logan, which is kind of lame, just videos of his sister and cats. Super Bowser Logan is like Super Peach Logan, is a dead account. It's for video game videos, scary videos, and behind the scenes stuff. Super Luigi Logan is for updates, but the best is Super Mario Logan for his plush videos. He's created several series such as Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, Black Yoshi and the Birds, Shrimpo Hunter, and American Idol Mario Edition. My personal favorite of his videos are Toad is Cool and the Dorito video.
Everybody, I call first dibs on Dorito chips. Just setting things straight right now. Can't wait to have me some Dorito chips. Dorito toads? Oh, I moved you. Wait, you ate all the Doritos? Wait, oh my god. Yeah, sorry guys, I ate all the Doritos. They just tasted so good. Oh, you ate all my Doritos? Yeah, Joe, why'd you eat all the Doritos? Doritos want to make your Doritos want to make the Super Bowl the Super Bowl. I can't believe you ate all the Doritos. Wait. So Todd ate all Doritos? Yes, did we just tell you that? Oh, you ate all Doritos? I'm gonna choke you, little pig. Shrek, don't eat him. We need to kill him. He ate all our Doritos. Look, it's gonna be the worst Super Bowl ever, thanks to Toad. Shut up, you. Wait, hold up, Bo. Let me go shut the door so they don't hear the screams. These are my Doritos, Bo. You ate my Dorito chips, and you probably ate my cheesecake.
This right here is my favorite countdown maker, Aufls Minion. And as you may guess, this guy is obsessed with Fawful, to the point where actually in his Q&A, when someone asked who his videos would be about if Fawful was never invented, he replied, "Don't even say those words." It's also, his countdowns are hilarious and very memorable at that. My personal favorite of his countdowns are his collab with the Tree's Apprentice, which was top 10 worst Unova Pokemon. on his collab with Rabid Luigi, top 10 anti-heroes in video games, and his spooky top 10 scariest enemies in video games, his rage-filled top 15 most hated video game characters, and of course, his titanic, amazingly, definitely very, very, very big countdown that he's still working on, top 100 Pokemon. Fawful's Minion is definitely worth watching. chuggaaconroy is my favorite YouTuber ever, and you know what? No one else could replace him. As soon as I saw him, well, not as soon as I saw him, okay, not too soon after I saw him, he cemented his place as my favorite YouTuber ever, and there can be no greater. He does Let's Plays, and he is the best at it. And no, that is not just my opinion, although it is my opinion. And it's a absolute fact. Go check out the Let's Playing Awards for the recent years and see if I'm lying. Go ahead, I dare you. Anyway, I have chuggaaconroy. He is my favorite Let's Player and YouTuber in general. One of the things I like about him is the fact that he's not full of himself, unlike some other YouTubers. He constantly insists he's not the best, even though it's a proven fact that he is, and that sometimes he can even be pretty cruel to himself. Also, he does it live commentary, meaning there is some opportunities for some big freakouts, especially this little gem.
Treasure, and I think we've gone without setting off what it is I am so afraid of.
I just had to open my mouth! I just had to say it! As soon as I finish saying it, you suck! You suck!
Chugga can also be very optimistic. Every one of his Let's Plays that I've seen, I've wanted to get the game. For those of you chuggaaconroy haters out there who want to bash this video, because I put chuggaaconroy at number 1 and have some arguments that you're going to use to argue, I can counter them. 1, oh, he cusses too much. That was pretty much just in his Super Mario Sunshine Let's Play. I will admit he was a bit foul-mouthed in that one. But then, and he even admits that he hated that one, but in most of his Let's Plays, he rarely cusses, and when he does, you normally can't blame him. And also, another thing about him is the other argument is, oh, he doesn't care about his fans. What chuggaaconroy are you talking about? First of all, he warns you when there's a loud moment coming up, so your eardrums don't get blown out. That's first one. Second, in Super Mario RPG, he did the Culex fight super underleveled to make an extremely hard boss even more aggravating. Now, how also he did research on Okami so he could give you the full story behind everything. In Majora's Mask, he told you about a lot of the stuff in it, and even told you one of his big theories. He's in Pikmin 2. He managed to get his hands on the game just so you could see it, which is a pretty rare game. And also, he did the submerged castle without the item that you're supposed to have when you do the submerged castle. But probably the biggest nail in the coffin is what he did in Pokemon Emerald, when he spent over $140 just so he could show you this one fight on Southern Island. But anyway, chuggaaconroy is awesome. He's off the wall, he's hilarious, and he cares about his fans, and that is more than enough to put him at number 1 on this list.
Hardcore gamers are always going to be using these, baby. And these